Hi fiber friends! Today I'm going to go over step by step how to make our Pom Pom dolls. They are oh so soft and fluffy, and I just love the different textures in them. So let's get started. In your Pom Pom doll kit, you will get different textures of yarns, 2 sizes of beads, some of our cotton ease yarn to put on the head and legs, and an extra large pom pom maker. From home you will need a pair of scissors and a needle. First, we will start by making our extra large pom-pom. So let's lay out our yarns and open our pom-pom maker. When you wrap, you will want to wrap the yarn where the end is at the arch because you're going to cut along here. So you want your ends to poke out on the same side that you're going to cut. To start, we're going to take one piece of yarn and holding the end, wrap it evenly around the arch of one side of the pom-pom maker. Remember to have the ends of your yarn along the arch because that's where you will cut them later. What I found really looks the best in making pom-poms is if you really mix up your textures of yarn. So I'll use a few thinner pieces and then go with a really fluffy piece and then maybe back to a thinner piece and then fluffy piece. So I'm really mixing it up as I go. I think this will be the last time I go around this side of the pom-pom maker. So once one side is nice and thick, go ahead and close it. It'll hold them all in there together. And then we're going to start the other side. So remember, the end of your yarn should always be on the arch side where it's going to be cut. And to mix up your textures as you go. So thinner yarn and then nice and fluffy yarn, then maybe a couple thinner yarns and then some fluffy yarn. Really makes your pom-pom get nice and big and even all the way around. It's really helpful to have some sharp scissors for this part, that you're going to stick your scissors into one end and just cut along the arch. And do the other side. I like to clean up the edges of my pom-pom while it's still in the maker like this. So if I see any that are really long sticking out, I'll just go ahead and trim those now. This side looks pretty good. Now we're going to use a piece of our cotton ease yarn to tie the pom-pom tightly together. I take about a foot of yarn, at least a foot, so that you have enough. And you're going to slide it through the middle of the pom-pom maker. Pull it to the other side. And then tie it nice and tight. So I'll tie a knot and then bring it to the other side and tie another knot. We're going to pull nice and snug. Bring it around again. This time I'll do 2 or 3 knots on this side to really hold it together. We're going to find the center of our pom-pom where the string is that we tied the pom-pom together, and that's where you'll thread your needle through to add the legs. And pull that string through. For the last bead, I'm going to put on a colored one that looks like a little colored ballet slipper. And then we're going to string our yarn back up through the beads. Last one. Okay. So you'll just leave this untied for now, and we'll move on to our other leg. Now that both of our legs are stringed on, we're going to tie the ends together to secure them. You don't need to pull too tight. Just do a few knots. And now let's make the head. To sew on the head, I'm going to use this piece of textured yarn. You could use the same yarn that we used for the legs, but I'm going to go ahead and use this textured yarn. And you're just going to find the middle again. And sew your piece of yarn through there. Put on your bead. And then I'm going to go back through that middle piece again. With my needle on the opposite end of the yarn, I'm going to go through the bead again, and then back through the center string of our pom-pom. So the holes of our bead will be on the sides of the head. Once you have it centered, nice and secure, you can go ahead and tie a few knots. Then you can either cut these strings short or cut them at the length of your pom-pom and add them as pieces to the dress. We have made our super fun textured pom-pom doll. We hope that you enjoy making all of the colors from our specially designed Cotton Clouds kit.